So we discussed in Sunday's video how everything happens automatically, and more specifically, how everything happens automatically through the infinite power within your subconscious mind. I like how Joseph Murphy said it. He said, "The infinite intelligence which gave me this desire leads, guides, and reveals to me the perfect plan for the unfolding of my desire. I know the deeper wisdom of my subconscious is now responding, and what I feel and claim within is expressed in the without." So, two important parts. Number one, there's an infinite power within your subconscious, which knows all and creates all. And what does it create from? Number two, your personal freedom of choice. The desires that you have accepted as true, whatever you have accepted as true. The power takes these contents of your subconscious mind and some way, somehow externalizes them into form for you. And I also realized that any illusion of doing also happened automatically, done for me by the unseen power as body moves automatically by law. Now, your subconscious mind takes the contents either inspired from the infinite world within, which one could call new thoughts, or by one looking around to this world and forming beliefs in relation to experiences, or a combination, whatever is accepted as true and brings them to pass as the experiences of life. Thus, we want to operate with awareness as to what we are accepting as true while we go about our life. Remain aware of what you think and feel, and more specifically, what you are about to accept as true as you go about your day, as you engage with this world, to indicate what is being impressed upon the subconscious. And if it is not true of how you desire yourself to be ideally, you don't need to give those beliefs any more attention, and they release themselves along with any accompanying circumstances. And so in today's video, I want to discuss how life can be experienced like this, more like a walking meditation, an autotelic way of being in relation to our flow state discussions, where awareness is at the point where you can instantly be aware of the subconscious beliefs once identified with, revealed in clues of thought without identifying with them, and thus they are automatically released if they no longer serve you. What you also notice while in this active meditation state of consciousness, which I consider an ideal state or flow state, and I've heard some refer to this as the awakened state, ideal attributes automatically become incorporated into your subconscious mind, some of which may have been known since childhood by the individual, yet perhaps not encouraged. Or one may also discover new attributes, again revealed within, through visions of how a person desires to live, how they desire to be. And thus desire inspires us into an ideal state of consciousness, as discussed in our Neville Goddard conversations. For example, a person desires an ideal relationship, and they see themselves with an ideal person, or they know what it feels like inside and they commit to this vision, and from there they may notice themselves thinking differently, emotionally relating differently, and behaving differently. And by differently, more specifically, ideally, they are then by definition subconsciously accepting as true the ideal attributes of how they are ideally, and then life experiences are felt as so authentic and natural that they experience life as not just happening automatically, but ideally, again, all done for them by the power of their subconscious mind as they allow themselves to remain in their ideal flow. What also happens in this state is identification to restrictive beliefs dissolve, which then further clarity is experienced, as the clarity is then reflected as outer world changes, such as supportive people and environments showing up automatically, all spawned by accepting themselves as already the ideal that they desire to be. The subconscious mind takes care of everything for them automatically, and life is experienced as an effortless, flow-based meditation, again, all spawned by accepting themselves as the ideal that they desire to be. And in this regard, by imagining an ideal relationship. So when it comes to everything happening automatically, it was always happening automatically. That's how the subconscious mind works. It automatically plays out the beliefs one had once surrendered free will to, whether they were aware of them or not. And what we are interested in here is having what we consider ideal experiences happening automatically. Otherwise, so much could happen that one could not consider ideal automatically, which then they could label as fate, although undesirable. So accept that you have all the power to create the life that you want, like a painter, sculptor, or whatever analogy you'd like. You have all the power, and you don't even have to know how this power works. You actually determine how it works for you with intention. So it's really up to you. Do you want to imagine the life that you want and have it done automatically for you? Or would you like to roll the dice and see what happens? We have a choice, as subconscious beliefs are always playing out, whether we are aware of them or not. And as mentioned, by living in an active meditation, ideal state, which simply means lighthearted awareness, acceptance that you are already your ideal now. We are aware of what beliefs are about to become identified with from that contrast. Remember, beliefs have no power till we give them power by identifying with them. So today, to further encourage, I'd like to revisit a chapter from The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. It's called How Your Own Mind Works. He says, you have a mind, and you should learn how to use it. You think with your conscious mind, and whatever you habitually think sinks down into your subconscious mind, which creates accordingly to the nature of your thoughts. So the main point to remember here is, once you accept an idea as true, the subconscious mind begins to execute it. You consciously choose. You have all the power to consciously choose, and the subconscious mind has all the power to create it for you. Thus, in totality, the power is all yours. He says, when your habitual thinking is harmonious and constructive, you experience perfect health, success, and prosperity. Peace of mind and a healthy body are inevitable when you begin to think and feel in the right way. Whatever you claim mentally and feel as true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring forth into your experience. The only thing necessary for you to do is to get your subconscious mind to accept your idea. And the law of your own subconscious mind will bring forth the health, peace, or the position you desire. You give the command or decree, and your subconscious mind will faithfully reproduce the idea impressed upon it. So we already know our vision. For clarity, I recommend my vision video from the start of the year. It reveals the ideals we desire to be and the ideal attributes to operate from. And always remember, you become clear on the path. So all power starts now by accepting that you already are the ideal you desire to be. And so the vision serves as both an acknowledgement and the guide. So you get to realize them, enjoying your life, allowing the vision to guide you on your life in a state of active meditation as you allow all other changes mentioned earlier to occur automatically. And by this active meditation, I mean remaining aware of what ideas are being accepted as true if we are engaging with any information, conversation, books, social media content, environments, again, lightheartedly, not overthinking. Like in a meditation, and I do a Vipassana meditation, where I return my focus to my breath. And if thoughts float into my mind, I let them be and focus on my breathing. As such, in walking meditation, we allow our attention to flow on our task, our initiative, our project, oriented from the vision, allowing unrelated thoughts to pass and emotions to be without judgment. As we've heard the saying, energy flows where your attention goes. So our attention automatically goes to what is in harmony with our vision, and thus life automatically flows in that direction. This is because, as he says here, as soon as your subconscious accepts any idea, it proceeds to put it into effect immediately. It works by association of ideas and uses every bit of knowledge that you have gathered in your lifetime to bring about its purpose. And it also draws on the infinite power, energy, and wisdom within you. That which you might not be consciously aware of, that infinite intelligence inside of you. So you already have everything. You see your vision into existence. This is how I built 3 successful businesses and achieved the other areas of my life ideally, and I'm not done. The journey continues. There seems to be higher degrees of ideal as your imagination is infinite. Look at all the artistic expression and innovation in our world, all brought forth by those who didn't limit themselves. And again, you can do it all through this walking meditation state. You imagine something like that's the way it is, and you allow that it's done for you by the power of your subconscious mind. You allow it to happen. You let it happen, as we've been discussing when we refer to psycho-cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And also, the conscious and subconscious mind terms are only conceptually differentiated, as he says here. You must remember that there are not 2 minds. There are merely 2 spheres of activity within one mind. Your conscious mind is the reasoning mind. It is that phase of mind which chooses. That's the part of you that chooses. I select. That's the way it is. For example, you choose your books, your home, and your partner in life. You make all your decisions with your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind accepts what has been impressed upon it or what you consciously believe. It doesn't reason things out like your conscious mind, and it doesn't argue with you controversially. And I agree with what he says. It doesn't argue. We can create that kind of belief in mind if we want, and then it can appear that way. You can also have a lighthearted conversation with it if you'd like we discussed in last week's video, through self-talk, building a relationship with your subconscious mind. That way, one does not create enemies in mind. There are no enemies in mind unless one wants to believe that there are enemies in mind. And I wouldn't recommend that. The subconscious mind is powerful beyond measure, and it brings forth what we accept as true. So we want to choose consciously and ideally what we want to accept as true. Now, if you go back to the beginning, he said, the infinite intelligence which gave me this desire leads, guides, and reveals to me the perfect plan for the unfolding of my desire. So, as the conscious mind becomes more silent, which is experienced more so in alpha brainwave state, which we discussed recently. I'll link in the description to the video. There's a harmonious relationship between conscious and subconscious, and the ideal insights are received within infinite intelligence, which you can then turn into autosuggestions. And this is where I get my best autosuggestions, while in flow state. He says, subconscious mind will accept any suggestions, however false. So the nuance is that although the subconscious reveals past beliefs identified with as the experience of life, which one could consider false, it also reveals within insights via infinite intelligence to bring forth your vision and guide you along the way. And all you do is consciously accept those ones. This is true self-confidence. And no longer give attention to past false beliefs as you remain living in a state of active meditation, operating with awareness. And how do you remain in this state? Well, again, like my Vipassana meditation, we do not give thoughts or beliefs of disharmony any more power by identifying with them. You are highly aware if you are about to enter into an undesirable state, and you no longer need to choose it. And so, this is where we see all the magic occur, as he says. Your subjective mind takes cognize of its environment, the subconscious mind, by means independent of the five senses. Your subjective mind perceives by intuition. Your subconscious mind sees without the use of the natural organs of vision. It has the capacity of clairvoyance and clairaudience. Your subjective mind can leave your body, travel to distant lands, and bring back information, oftentimes of the most exact and truthful character. So, unknown, perhaps unexplainable, magical ways are the ways of your subconscious mind. And we allow this to happen automatically by remaining in this active meditative state. And then what does the conscious mind do? Again, lightheartedly, not overthinking, during the day, as the subconscious mind does everything for you, what he says here. You must realize now that your conscious mind is the watchman at the gate, and its chief function is to protect your subconscious mind from false impressions. So we protect our subconscious mind from false impressions, which is simply, as we're going about our day-to-day experiences, inside, what are we believing in relation to information, in relation to experiences? This indicates what we are allowing, whether they be true or false, as impressions into the subconscious mind. So remain aware of what you are accepting as true. Intuition, as he mentions, allows you to read between the lines of any information, and then you know what to accept or not accept, all guided from within in relation to your vision, as Joseph Murphy states. The infinite intelligence, which gave me this desire, leads, guides, and reveals to me the perfect plan for the unfolding of my desire. I know the deeper wisdom of my subconscious is now responding, and what I feel and claim within is expressed in the outward. So I trust you found this video to be helpful. Let's go ahead and conclude this with an autosuggestion to further encourage. You can say, I listen to myself. I trust myself. I know what I want, and I know how to get there via the answers received within by the infinite power within my subconscious mind. I acknowledge all that is lovely, true, and pure, as I am already the ideal that I desire to be. By living from this premise, I observe how everything happens automatically, done for me, now ideally to reflect as my heaven on earth, in vivid detail, as far as my senses perceive, as I remain in my flow of equilibrium and equanimity, to effortlessly see my visions into existence, all done automatically for me by the power of my subconscious mind. If you would like a copy of this mind map, the link is in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk with you soon. Take care.